This week was all about short stories. Of course, messed up ones. But first, welcome to my channel. My name is Claudia. I read some disturbing books, disgusting ones, and then I just talk about them. And this week was just full of them. Let's start off with Saturday. On Saturday, I've listened to the audiobook My Supernatural Ex-Girlfriend. And yes, it's disgusting, it's graphic, has a bit of smut, but is just hilarious. On this book we have Ivan. He decides to change things up a bit and goes on this dating app that joins humans and non-humans. So he can get some fun with werewolves, mermen, succubus, and even Medusa uses that app. But what Ivan didn't expect to find was this gorgeous woman that could become his actual girlfriend. The issue is this woman hid secrets, and besides having a thirst for blood, she's extremely jealous. This book was so funny. I was actually doing chores while listening to it and I was just laughing, and it was definitely my favorite of the week. And then on Tuesday, the weird stories started to pop up. And the first one was Love Lactation. On Love Lactation, Henry has a bit of an obsession with breasts, specifically breastfeeding. Apparently, his mom used to do that to him, and now the only thing he can think of is breast milk. So he gets on this bus to see his mom, and the bus breaks down, and then his adventure begins. He gets a lift from this hippie couple. The woman is pregnant, and he gets to have taste. But then on, all hell breaks loose, and this one is disgusting, it's gory, it's just insane. But the worst is still to come, and it's not the next book. The next book is shocking, still disgusting, but more shocking than anything else, and it's Unbortion. When Rowland gave me the code for his audiobook, he told me that this book is not for everyone, is extremely shocking, because we're talking about a girl that decides to terminate her pregnancy, and then the fetus is chucked away in a bin. But the problem is, it's still alive. And for over an hour we see this, I don't know if I should say this, but this clunk of meat trying to fight for survival and find the way back to his mom. Like I said, this book is very shocking, but because we see things through the fetus POV, it's an eye-opener, and it might change your perspective of things. And for me, this book has the most triggering start ever. It didn't put me off from listening to it, but it is a difficult read or listen in this case, and I think it's going to stick with me for quite a few times. And from an emotional book to a very disgusting, completely gross book, and this one is called Strawberry Shortcake. I had no idea what this book was about. I had seen this on TikTok, Instagram. Everyone talks about it like it's the worst ever, and it is, because we see this guy going into a portaloo, kneeling down on a puddle of you know what, because portaloos are always so clean, and he starts licking and chewing used pads, wiping all that strawberry jam. It's absolutely disgusting. There's no moral to the story. There's not even a proper story. I think the whole point is just to test your stomach. That's it. Will I read it again? No, I'm okay. Will I recommend it? Probably not. But it's 2 pages. It took me not even 5 minutes. And to be fair, my stomach was fine. I think at this point I'm getting quite numb when it comes to gross books or graphic scenes. But let's move on to a revenge story. And on the Pics, we have Daphne, and she had enough of these men that send unsolicited pics. So what happened is, after they received one, they decide to get some revenge. So Daphne invites this man over, and he's not ready for what is about to happen. Let's just say it's very satisfying. And now the weirdest book, I'm not going to say it's messed up, it's the weirdest book that I've read this week, and it's some dino smut. And it's about this cave woman, Azog, and she's treated like a piece of meat by the other tribemen, but one day she decides to go out and try to find some fresh meat. She goes into this cave, and what she finds is a Velociraptor. This woman thinks that she's screwed. Little did she know that, she was about to get screwed really bad, and she was gonna love it. I've heard about Dino Smart a lot. I never thought I would read a book. I did read it. It was really, really funny. Not sure if I'm gonna read another one again, but it is funny, it is entertaining, and that's just it. It's 28 pages that I read in half an hour, and I cannot stop joking about it, so maybe it's a yes from me, or not. Not sure. I still don't know what to think about it. Now let's go back to the gory stuff, the good stuff, and I've listened to There's Something in Your Mouth. This is a story about a couple. They live in a farm, and the wife catches her husband doing something to a corpse, and she uses it against him. And because he has this craving for dead meat, human meat, they agree on getting onto those voluntary programs, and they would have people coming to the farm to help with the chores, and eventually he could have a play with some of the people. The problem is, she's not alright in the head as well. She likes the torture, she likes the control, and shit hits the fan. This was another 5-star read for me. I loved it because there's so much more than what I'm telling you. We have control, abuse, gore, cannibalism. There's so much stuff packed in this book, and I think it's around 4 hours. It's a very quick listen or read, depending what format you like the most, but I would definitely recommend. Actually, from all the books that I've read from Y.M. Miller, Fuck Cancer was my favorite one. It's so funny, it's hilarious, and this one comes in second. Last but not least, I've read The Popsicle Man. And this is another very funny story, very gory, very messed up, and it's all about this group of lads that they go to a Hooters to watch the Super Bowl. And it's the coldest day of the year. Everyone was warned to stay at home, but they decided to go to the pub, have some fun, watch some football. And one of them actually starts flirting with one of the waitresses, and that waitress asks him if he can defend her next time her ex comes around. And he shows up on that day, and this ex-boyfriend just drags her out of the pub, and Chuck decides to run after her and try to save her. Did I mention that he took some angel dust? And of course this story gets bonkers because he's trying to save someone while he's sort of hallucinating. It was the first book that I've read by Merril. I love the writing. It's so easy, so laid back, so funny, and I cannot wait to dig in some of his other books because I absolutely loved it. I've read / listened to 7 short stories and 1 novella. I absolutely loved most of them. I do have a question mark on Strawberry Shortcake and love Lactation, but still I don't regret it. Now my question is, which books have you read that you find most disturbing? Just let me know, because I want to read more short stories and I want to test my limits when it comes to grossness. But before I go, you know, all that malarkey that I will get used to it, which is like, subscribe, follow, no? Like, comment and subscribe, something like that. I'm trying to post one video a week. I post shorts almost every single day. Just stick around. I will be bringing more with books. And I'll see you next time.